Hi Mandy, how's it going?
Good. How are you, Khalid?
Not bad at all. Doing pretty well, thanks.
Yes, so we are here today to talk about the new moon in Virgo.
There we go. Yeah.
And I've just got a few little things I would like to say,
Yeah.
and then you can sort of explain a little bit more.
Uh-huh.
But first of all, today is the 13th of September.
Mm-hmm.
And the new moon in Virgo happens on Thursday, the 17th September. Okay, we're 4 days ahead of it to do this recording. But I think it's significant to say that after 4 months, today, Jupiter goes direct, because Jupiter has been in retrograde in Capricorn, which is the other big earth sign, for the last 4 months. But today, it's kind of like ready to turn around and start moving forward and getting itself eventually out of Capricorn.
Yes.
And it's actually, I would say it's close enough on degree to make an impact with that new moon that's coming on Thursday, because the Jupiter is at 17 degrees and the new moon will be at 25 degrees. So it's kind of like there's an 8 degree
Yeah, very
difference.
nice.
But even so, I would say that counts.
Right. And
And I
that,
wanted to
yeah.
sort of mention that because that might be relevant to the tarot readings that are coming up. Because I feel that they're both in the earth signs. I'll let you sort of talk about what that means in Virgo. And Jupiter kind of, and it's a positive energy. It's supposed to be positive, and it's a positive connection with the new moon being in Virgo. And Jupiter sort of can expand on things and make a bit more of them. So it might work well, that connection. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think like, the two planets that are like the gift bringers, the good fortune bringers, Venus and Jupiter, they never completely lose their power to
Yes,
bring good things. It's just that when they're in difficult signs or houses,
yes,
they that some of that power just grows weaker, and the range
yes,
the range of gifts they can bring becomes narrower.
yeah,
And unfortunately, Jupiter does have what's called in astrology its fall or its depression in the sign of Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn. And now both of them are in Capricorn. So really, Saturn, you could say, is running the show. Um,
mm-hmm.
However, it remains the greater benefic. So it can kind of generate good fortune, blessings on a very wide scale. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
And then, so because we're dealing with really like we're dealing with the sun and the moon becoming conjunct in one earth sign, and Jupiter becoming, Jupiter being in another earth sign. So the aspect is a trine, right?
yes,
Um, and the trine is the best of the good or smooth aspects.
yeah,
So it's good to be mindful of this.
yeah.
Like
I
when,
think
yeah,
so.
yeah, yeah, and
Yeah,
even like uh, the traditional sources of authorities, let's say on astrology, who are the Greek ones, they say even when the malefic planets Saturn and Mars are in their own homes, which in the case of Saturn, they are Capricorn and Aquarius, they tend to behave better. So
right.
it's actually not that bad that Saturn is in Capricorn. Um, I mean, I'm feeling like it means like it will lend to the moon and the sun in Virgo more of its like constructive power, right?
I was
So I
thinking
mean,
about this.
you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like raising up
exactly.
to,
I was thinking, yeah, with the Virgo being a sign that's to do with kind of well-being and health and all that sort of thing. I
uh-huh,
just feel Saturn might help people be a bit more disciplined about health regimes.
yeah,
It's got that connection with Saturn, and Jupiter might just boost that up a little bit further, you know, but
Yes.
and especially because Jupiter, it's like Jupiter has now made a decision to turn things around and start to sort of, you know, it's going to be waving goodbye to being in Capricorn in December. It will take it that long to get out, but it is now, you know, it's turned around.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
that's what I kind of like wanted to sort of mention. Plus a couple of other things before I'll hand over to you completely. The moon actually goes into the sign of Virgo on Tuesday evening, UK time. I think it's about 20 to 8 in the evening. So it's not in Virgo yet, but it will go in on Tuesday evening. And it hits the new moon on Thursday at pretty much midday on Thursday.
So you mean it becomes a new moon on Thursday, right?
It becomes a new moon.
Okay.
It literally is on exactly the same degree as the sun in Virgo at noon. Let's call it noon or bar a minute on Thursday.
UK time.
So it goes. Pardon?
UK time, is that?
UK time. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I forget there's a rest of the world when it comes to time. So it goes in on Tuesday night. It becomes the exact new moon on Thursday noon. And by Thursday evening, and I have even written down exactly the time, just before 8 o'clock at night, Thursday evening, it's gone from Virgo.
Okay.
Yeah, gone into Libra. So, you know, there is these readings. I'm just giving you the sort of the window of time here to sort of bear in mind. But the new moon itself is noon on Thursday, and that's when the moon is towards the end of being in Virgo. It's just got a few hours left before it moves on. And the final thing I want to say is because new moons, new beginnings, which I'll let you talk about. Just for the record, on Friday, it's the Jewish New Year.
Ah, yes.
So Happy New Year to anybody who is Jewish
Happy
is
New Year.
also into astrology and the tarot. Because, yeah, I mean, with the new beginnings, New Year's, I just thought I'd throw that into the mix.
Nice. Good that you remembered that. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. That I had a sudden sort of like feeling that I'd heard that somewhere, so I checked it out, and it is on Friday. So
yeah.
Over to you, Khalid.
Yeah, so basically what we're gonna do today, we're gonna be following the same structure we did in our last Astro-Tarot video, which I believe was full moon in Pisces. Right, it was the full moon in Pisces. So we're gonna be giving bits of advice that are gonna be we hope are gonna be particularly helpful this time around for anyone born with the sun in Virgo and or the moon in Virgo. Okay.
Yeah.
And so like a special message that will convey what this alignment, right? That's gonna take place on Thursday around noon UK time. What sort of energies or opportunities or doors it might open to anyone born with the sun or moon in Virgo, because there's a very good chance that people born with these placements are going to be especially receptive to the energies or especially affected by them. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead to give general advice to anyone who's planning to do some moon work, right? So to make use of the type of energy that gets produced whenever there's a new moon, right? Which is an energy that's conducive toward attracting new things into your life, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of things that aren't established, you know, goals, fresh goals you want to manifest. And that's like the ideal time to do them. So we're gonna ask for at least one message telling us maybe where we should, what type of energy we want to attract, or we should attract into our lives. What types of issues maybe we should be addressing at this new moon, at the time of this new moon in Virgo. And after that, we're gonna see what the message is concerning what we should set aside and not focus on for this new moon. So
Yeah.
it could be something that is not helpful in general, or maybe something, a goal that would be better postponed until another time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just
Yeah.
to sort of add to that, because this is an earth sign, and because it is Virgo, but the earth signs tend to be very grounded, very realistic, very practical. It's just, yeah, there's nothing sort of like really woo woo about I would say the earth signs.
Yeah.
And I feel that the Virgo energy is it's often about attention to detail, but it's also kind of it can relate to day-to-day work, and it also can relate to analyzing things. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. It can also relate to health matters as well.
Yeah.
I would say possibly,
Yeah.
or just what's healthy, what's good for your well-being.
Yeah, I would say, like, just like even maintaining the health of your body, having a productive, like well organized daily schedule,
Yeah, exactly.
knowing how to sort out your bank balance, your
Yes.
finances, what time to set aside to do what type of activity, those are all very Virgo details. And I think so. Okay, so the planet Mercury rules two signs. So in addition to Virgo, it also rules Gemini. And Gemini, I think of it
Yes.
as the more playful space of Mercury, or playful side of Mercury. Also, like, in Gemini, it does attend to details, but in a more playful and lighthearted way. Whereas with Virgo, the direction of the attention to detail is much more practical, as you said. And I think Saturn being maybe the most practical among the planets, and then it being placed in the most practical sign of Capricorn. I think it's a really nice blend here.
And Capricorn's a very ambitious sign,
And
so
ambitious, yeah.
it does kind of like give that extra boost of I'm gonna go on this diet, and I'm gonna succeed. I'm gonna make it work this time.
Yeah.
And if that's what your intention is, you've got I would say you've got the energy kind of helping to manifest that.
Yeah, and with that,
Shall we do it?
because
Yeah.
yeah, I just want to say that because the aspect to the trine, it's very unlikely that the negative aspects of Saturn are going to be transmitted to Mercury, because it's a smooth aspect. So we should expect only the positive aspects of Saturn.
Let's be positive on this new moon in Virgo.
All right.
All right. Well, you're going first
I'm going
today.
first. I have one obstacle to clear, which is my cat. It's resting right at my knees, so I can't place my laptop on top of it. So I'll have to ask it to move. Excuse me. Yes, thank you. A bit further.
What's your cat's name?
She has several names. I like to give my cats many names, like make them multilingual. But the first name I gave her is Luna, which is moon in Latin. Oh my God. How appropriate. Did you see
How long have I known that you've got a cat? And today on this new moon in Virgo video, I found out.
Yeah.
Your cat is called Luna. Wow.
Yeah, that's Luna.
She's lovely.
She wanted to introduce herself. Yeah. So yeah, thanks. So I guess I'm gonna have to lay out the cards in front of her because she's not gonna budge. She's very stubborn. So all right. So I'm asking the tarot for advice for anyone born with the sun in Virgo. Okay. Yeah. Then I'm going to be asking for advice for anyone born with the moon in Virgo. And the reason I'm asking for advice is just to make it perfectly clear that we have a conjunction between the moon and the sun coming up this Thursday around 12 p.m. UK time. And this would be a good opportunity, particularly if you're planning to do any moon work, to make use of the energy windows or patterns that are going to be felt by you more than most other most other people, like with different, I'd say, different birth charts. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'd say you'll definitely be experiencing it more, and you'll have, let's say, more of an opportunity to do something really constructive and long term, to manifest a long term goal if you do moon work at this time, if you have both the sun and moon in Virgo.
Yeah. And if you haven't, don't worry, because the next two cards are for everybody.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
don't hang up yet.
Yeah. No, that wasn't my intention to kind of
Yeah.
dampen the excitement for everyone, you know,
Yeah.
but I just want to
Yeah.
kind of,
Just to make that clear in case anyone
yeah.
missed that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So one message for Sun and Virgo. What's coming your way? What should you know about? And another message for Moon and Virgo. Sun and Virgo. Okay. So I got for you the Five of Wands upright. Okay. And I feel like it's coming across to me as a warning,
Right.
not to let too many ideas, too many desires running around here and here. Each of which is kind of clamoring for an equal amount of attention from you. Not to let them keep on pulling your attention in different directions. Okay. Like you need to, okay, they're very intense. It's a very intense struggle, and the struggle makes you feel it's very difficult, that it's very difficult to isolate and differentiate, like what is a priority from what isn't a priority at the time. What is occupying your mind, the things that are occupying your mind now, they feel like they have like the same weight, and so there's a difficulty you're facing in prioritizing. Okay. And I feel like because it's a wands card, like there's a lot of emotion involved in this. So definitely use your Virgo, let's say the Virgo parts of your mind, and meditate on that trine between Jupiter and Saturn, Capricorn, and Sun and Moon in Virgo, and think about structure. Think about structure and the benefits that structure can bring you, and struggle against this kind of not a tendency exactly, but it's a state of mind. Like it's a very kind of strong state of mind that is making it difficult for you to kind of just separate number one from to even establish a list, actually a list of priorities, because they all seem to be equally important now. Okay, so just work on defining now. Work on defining what is worth your effort and what is actually worth struggling for. What's worth struggling with other people for in order to manifest, you know? Okay, so that's for Sun
Very
and
good.
Virgo.
Yes, that's for the Virgo sun.
Yeah.
Okay.
For Moon and Virgo. Oh, interesting. This is a different, quite a different kind of message. So you got the Knight of Swords upright.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm feeling like this is really saying is very loudly, go after what you want, be ambitious. It's a different message than what I'm getting for Sun in Virgo. Okay. I'm like astrologically, I'm kind of making sense of it as the new moon, right? The new moon configuration being a time when, an ideal time when new and ambitious um, desires, wishes, intentions can be set out for manifestation, you know? And apparently, in disguise, it's not a bad time um, to be ambitious, particularly if you were born with the moon in Virgo, because this alignment is going to be favorable to you, probably more than to others. So if you see the knight here, he's like one of the most, maybe probably the most actually, uh, the most ready to jump into combat, right? Direct and go directly for what he wants out of all the knights and the among the tarot's court cards. See him more clearly. Okay, he has his sword up high, and even the horse seems scared by how quickly he's running, but he's not stopping at anything. So I feel like the message is clear. You're permitted and you're encouraged to be bold in whatever it is you want to go after. Okay. I see a window opening up for you, a special window opening up for you if you were born with the moon in Virgo. Yeah.
That was great. Thank you very much. Can we pause this a moment, please?
Sure. Yes.
Right. Well, that was great.
Thanks.
But that was for the people who have the sun and or the moon actually in Virgo. So now I'm going to take over and I'm going to do, in a sense, that the readings are still about this conjunction between the sun and the moon, the new moon in Virgo. But this is for everybody. This is for everyone, and particularly anyone that wants to do some moon work, who really wants to set some goals and intentions on Thursday at noon or close to that when that new moon sort of kicks in. So my first card is going to be, what is it that you should, like the message, what should you be encouraged to attract at this time that will kind of then sort of play out during the kind of the month following? What would be a really, really sort of like positive message to boost your new moon intentions? And the second message, what should you avoid? What's going to kind of like stand in the way of the progress that you could make? So what should you not waste your time with? Okay, so that's 2 cards for the new moon in Virgo, Thursday the 17th September, just about noon on UK time this Thursday. Okay. So, what to attract? Okay. Well, I did sort of mention before that this particular energy would be very good to maybe deal with certain habits that might not be in your best interest, that may not, you may have certain things in your life that are not the most healthy thing, and you keep putting off doing something about it. Well, if you do decide to go on the diet, or you do decide to stop smoking, or you do decide to cut down on your drinking, I'm not being judgmental here for 1 second, right? But if you do decide to kind of like, just deal with sort of something that maybe you need to sort of recognize it as a bit of an addiction, and it's time to sort of break the chain. So if you do decide that you're going to do this Thursday at 12 noon would be an absolute perfect time for Saturn to kick in and make you disciplined, so that you can break that chain and kind of like move on from having this unhealthy practice. It would be a really, really good time to set your mind an intention to doing it. What's the card, Khalid?
Devil reversed.
Spot on.
Okay.
The devil reversed. He's very, very Capricorn.
Yes, absolutely.
So this is very much about Capricorn, Saturn sort of working in a positive way. The devil upright is kind of like maybe just recognizing that you've got the addiction, but reversed, it is about actually recognizing it as an addiction and making a determined effort to break the chain. And that applies to absolutely everybody. And you've got the planets up there kind of wanting you to join their team.
Yeah. No,
you know what?
Yeah,
maybe I should give up the crisps and maybe Thursday. Maybe I can allow myself one or two little treats up until Thursday, when the day has come to actually once and for all do something about it, with a bit of universal support.
Maybe
I can't believe that card came up.
Maybe I should give up my terrible procrastination habits.
Yes, you should.
And have like a stable, like, daily exercise routine like that.
Yeah.
If you're not used to it, like, that is hard. It sounds easy when you say it, but that is hard.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I think that's like anything.
Yeah.
It's anything that you've got in the habit of. You kind of, you know, you do have to make a real conscious, determined effort to say no more, or as of now. And that's because Virgo is ruled by Mercury. It's all in the mind. The mind will get your mind in the right place.
Yeah. It's just like fascinating because, you know, the Golden Dawn society out of which the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot came, like, they specifically assigned certain signs to certain cards, and they did specifically assign Capricorn to the devil. So what you said about Saturn, it feels to me like it's spot on, you know, like it's giving you an opportunity to draw on Saturnine qualities of discipline and just like sticking with what is dreary and what doesn't appeal to your pleasure senses or like leanings, you know, or tastes at the moment, and just with a long-term end goal in sight, you know. So
absolutely,
that's great. Yeah.
Break the chains.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. Are you gonna do it? Should we make a pact? I'm gonna do something about my diet.
Oh God.
Are you gonna do your procrastinating? Are we gonna make this public?
Wow. Okay. Huh. You know what? I think the most important thing for me to do is to have like regulate my sleep, and then actually like start using what do you call them?
Elections?
Not timekeepers, you know, these like calendar books, you know, with a page for every day, and like set aside a specific time for every task I need to do, instead of relying on my memory just to remind me, what I need to do today. Which
be more organized.
Yeah,
okay.
More organized, definitely.
Okay, so we'll have a little contest. We'll
All
have
right.
a little contest to see who best used their Saturn.
Yes.
Well, I've got a day chart, so I know Saturn can be quite positive in a day chart.
Me too. And I have Capricorn rising, by the way. So Saturn, you could say, rising.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. So anyway, I will move on. But anyone who wants to join me on Thursday in beating your addiction, whether it's a diet, as I say, smoking, exercise, whatever it may be, or, you know, not exercising, if you want to tackle your addiction and you want to join us for the new moon in Virgo challenge,
Mm-hmm.
send us a message. Let's kind of bring it on.
Yeah.
I can't believe that I got that card.
Amazing.
Okay, so what to avoid on this new moon? Well, this is the spanner that could be in the works. Like, what to avoid? This is for everybody. Fantastic. Okay, so this is what not to do on Thursday when you are doing this new moon. Okay, don't give yourself. First of all, I'm saying don't give yourself a choice. Be absolutely one-dimensional. Be one-dimensional. Don't sort of think, well, I might do this, but also I might do that, okay? And don't be blind to your, it's really obvious what this card is. Don't be ignorant or blind to what your unhealthy habits are. Don't, choose one of them. Choose one of them. See it for what it is and go for it. So this is what not to do. Do not be like, what card is coming up?
The Two of Swords?
Yes, absolutely. Upright. Do not be her. Okay? She's kind of thinking, oh, I could do this or I could do that. She's sitting there in the middle and then she ends up doing nothing. And she's like refusing. It's even got the moon up there in this one, right? But she's sitting there refusing to actually see what is the thing that she kind of really, really needs to jump on this new moon in Virgo. Be single-minded about it. And funnily enough, that's going to be the most difficult for the people with the sun in Virgo who have that came up in your reading with the Five of Wands.
That it's the same
yeah
thing.
That have that mutable energy, and it's kind of, yes, but everything's important. No, that's time. It's very funny that they look very different, those cards, but I'm seeing even two choices isn't going to crack it. Choose one really, really definite thing and be really clear what it is. You've got between now and Thursday to kind of decide what it is, right? Take off the blindfold, recognize it for what it is, and at 12 o'clock Thursday, start your new regime that does not have that habit in it any longer. Mandy on the moon has spoken.
Very nice. Wonderful. I just like to, let's say, maybe repeat myself.
Yes.
Yeah, that message, I feel like it is, that opportunity is there for everyone. I feel like it's there in a bit of a stronger way for anyone born with the moon in Virgo, just because I got the Knight of Swords. And
that's beautiful. They'll crack it. They will crack it.
Yeah, that's just saying charge ahead and like,
yes.
I feel like it's saying like a goal or a desire that would seem maybe ludicrously large at another time, far out of your reach, to wishful thinking kind of thing. Now is the time to actually think of it as something that is actually attainable, that you can manifest with a focused intention.
I definitely agree. And something else I just want to point out, with the 4 cards that we got, although Virgo is a feminine sign, and although the devil represents the Saturn in Capricorn, which is a feminine sign, I just feel that all of the other cards that came up were all very masculine energy, which is not about wishful thinking. It's not about, the law of attraction, just kind of like, bring it to me and all my wishes will come true. No, this is very, very about you taking responsibility. That's what Saturn is all about. You taking responsibility and you taking action and doing something about it. But, no kind of wishy-washy, let's just leave it to our wishes to all come true. Not on this occasion. Sorry, it is down to you, every individual, to take responsibility for their own stuff and their own thing that they would like to kind of benefit their lives by dealing with.
Yeah, beautifully said.
And there you have it. So,
so yeah, we hope this was useful, entertaining.
and
Yeah.
if you don't know, as we always say, if you don't know where your moon is, please do send us, you know, your date, time, and place of birth. Time meaning the year of the birth, time if possible, and we will try and sort of get that information to you. If you've got the time of birth as well as the date and the place of birth, we'll definitely be able to get it to you. Please like this video, subscribe to this video. We want to do lots more videos. Is it ring the bell or something?
Ring the bell. Oh,
yes.
That's for notifications, I think.
I think so. Yeah. If there's a bell, ring it so that you will hear it when our next video is coming. All right. I'm off. I'm out of here. So bye for now, Holly.
Bye. Take care,
everyone.
Bye.